Westbound Entertainment.
Protection.
Westbound Entertainment.
Future K.
This Young Monk, this smoke sessions. I got quite high in the building.
You know what it is, man. Right off for having me. Episode 1, you know what's going on.
Yeah, what's happening? We had to get Lifted Village. Hey, dang. Tell me, what is Lifted Village for those that don't know?
Lifted Village is a licensed delivery based out of San Francisco. That's how we started our brand, and that's how we jumped into the industry for real. And then, so that's our legal branch right there, is a straight Lifted Village. And then LVE is Lifted Village everything, and that has to do with everything outside of the legal cannabis game. So that's how we rock.
Yeah, what are some of the strains you got on Lifted Village?
So these are some older ones. I just wanted to showcase what we've been doing since this show and shit. These are a couple of collabs we had with Big Al's Exotics, like in 2017. We had the Paydays and we had the Yellow Warheads. And then we also had the Moscato. That was some of the collabs. That was 3 collabs we did with Big Al's Exotics. And then we moved on to the, we got our own strain. I actually was gifted this pheno of gelato, crust with gelato from Dub's Garden.
So gelato on gelato. Okay.
Yeah, the It's It. So the It's It was, that's probably our biggest strain so far. It's popular. A lot of people want us to bring it back. We weren't able to keep it in rotation just due to losing grow houses and stuff, but we back in full rotation 2021, and we coming strong with everything we've been had and all the new strains we got coming out. So it's going crazy. The Scooby Snacks too. Shout out to Scooby Snacks. We didn't invent this strain, but we got the cut of it, and my brother Keith grew this shit so dope. Like this shit had niggas tuck mode, like anything.
Yeah.
Like sometimes when gelatos get dull and you get played out on gelatos, I need gas. I need cookies to offset my shit, and the Scooby Snacks is Face Off OG crossed with Girl Scout cookies. So that shit is straight gas. That shit was putting niggas on their back. We're gonna bring that bitch back too.
Yeah. So how do you go about picking a strain to put the Lifted Village stamp on?
So it has to, that's the key part, is I feel like a lot of people put their stamp on some shit that's not even theirs.
Yeah.
Some shit they didn't even grow. Like they just got it and thought it was dope and they threw their name on it. Everything with a Lifted Village logo on it is, we grew that shit. We already seen the flowered form of it and we know that we want to grow it, or we've been crossing it ourselves and we haven't put it out yet. And so it has to be dope in order. It has to check all the boxes for it to have that Lifted Village logo for sure. Gotta be gas, gotta have straight flavor, and they gotta get you there. Niggas smoke to get high and have the effects and to be on the level they want, and if it don't do the job, then it's not worth putting an LV stamp on there for sure.
Yeah. So what's up with some new strain? What's next?
Next is the North Face. That's the biggest one I got that I think we just gonna go crazy with right now. That's Sticky Buns crossed with watermelon gelato. So we just pheno hunting right now and making sure that we got what we want. So North Face, Poison Ivy, which is Blue Ivy, RP Sears. Shout out to Dirt to Diamonds. They blessed us with the cut for the Blue Ivy from Sears. So we got that crossed with Orange Gelato and Watermelon Gelato. So the Poison Ivy is, we about to choose which one we like better, and then we're gonna run in as Poison Ivy.
That North Face though, is that out?
Nah, it ain't out yet. Only a few like the homies that kind of even tried a little bit of it, but we want, like I said, we want to make sure that everything that got our stamp on it is A1. So it's kind of there. We thought it was there, but it's not exactly where I want it. So we're not gonna put it out till it's ready. Yeah, but it's almost there. It's getting there. Like research and development with this shit. Like in a lot of aspects, I've been doing this shit for 10 years now. I had my first grow house when I was 20 years old. I'm 30 years old now.
Yeah.
So I've been doing it for 10 years, but in a lot of aspects, I'm still like new. Like when it comes to breeding, we just did our first breeding project like not too long ago when it comes to the Poison Ivy, so, and the North Face. So we just getting it going and keeping it going. I think we got our team together now where we're able to keep shit in rotation and keep shit flowing. You see all the mothers, we call this the motherland right here.
We got motherland.
The motherland right here, man. So we got over 35 strains just at this location right here for us to run with. So it's about choosing the ones we want and that we think the public want, and just going from there and rocking.
So you having fun with it then? You just playing with it like, okay, mix this one with this one and see what happens. Mix this one with this one.
Exactly. So it's a lot of trial and error, but it's fun if you like. They always say, I know it's cliche, but if you like what you're doing, you're not really working. So we just in here every day, head down till we get something right.
Yeah. So you already had a North Face strain that you were smoking with the homies.
Yeah.
And you sent you back to the drawing board. So what does that mean? You want to make it better? It's going to make it stronger?
Yeah, just keep back.
It wasn't potent enough, or?
Yeah. So the potency is there.
Yeah.
The potency I think is there for sure. One thing that I also like, because you eat with your eyes first. You eat with your eyes, so it gotta be visually appealing. Yeah. That bag appeal, as they like to say, like when it touch your eyes, you gotta like, oh, I want to smoke that. And it didn't have the full bag effect that I wanted to have, so I need more color on there. The THC percentage was nice, but bud structure, color, and flavor wasn't in full effect. So we're gonna bring back to the drawing board before we bring it back, because that North Face is too hard. We gotta bring it out.
Yeah, we need that. We need that.
You already know the streets want it, so we're gonna bring it to them.
Poison Ivy, so that's the next one after that?
That's the next one. So we'll drop North Face, Poison Ivy. Those will be the two first ones that we bring out under Lifted Village. And the Poison Ivy, again, like I said, we was blessed to get the Blue Ivy from Sear, and was able to cross it. We was outdoors. My brother Dom from Jungle Juice, Black Diamond Genetics, he had the Blue Ivies right at the stage we needed. We went and hit it with the watermelon gelato pollen we had, like we did the North Face. And we got some seeds and we popped them. We're gonna see which ones we like.
Yeah. So you create a strain right now. I see all these crazy strains you fucking with anyways, but if you could create the perfect quad high strain, what would it be?
See, we still searching because it's a lot of things I like. I just want it to be complex. I just want my weed, if it was a perfect weed, I just want it to be super complex where you can't like pinpoint every flavor on your first smoke. You're gonna have to smoke a zip of this shit and be like, oh, hold on, I think I taste cherry. Like, oh, hold on, I taste gas. Hold on, I smell the pine and the limonol in this bitch and the myrcene. I can feel it, so it gotta be well rounded. And when we get there and we call, and y'all know there's a blunt that's named after myself, y'all know it's gonna be the one for sure, because that's gonna hit.
For it to be called the quad, it gotta be the 4 perfect strains. Like the grandmother's gotta be right.
You right.
Yeah.
You right about that. Might have to go forward in that bitch.
Westbound Entertainment.
Future K.
What's your favorite strain to smoke right now?
LPC 75.
LPC 75.
Yeah, London Pound Cake 75. Shout out to Burn. I think I know Serge at Maywood was vital in bringing that out. But we was just talking about it before we was here. Me, C, and my boy Keyback. We was just talking about like LPC is the best, probably weed, most exotic weed.
What's this right now we smoking?
What is
My
that?
bad to cut you off.
That's all good. That guy nigga's coughing. That's the Sherb face.
Sherb
face off OG cross with Sherb. That's another one we like a lot, but the bag appeal is just not there. Not a lot of color or something. So hopefully we get like some dark shit. Like we got this the sidewalk Sunday right here. Super dark color right here. That's from Turtle Pie. So if you don't know Turtle Pie, that's from him. We got three phenols of the Sunday sidewalk right there. They got dumbass colors. So we're gonna hopefully get a male. We'll get a male. We do have a male with one of these. We're gonna start crossing in the shit and bring that color out. Cause that's the only thing. You gotta have everything. Just wanna have our name on it.
Gotta be ill.
Hell yeah, like this right here, the concrete slippers. Choking on that shirt, face.
Yeah.
Boy, that's all that matter. And the concrete slippers right here. This is cement shoes. Cement shoes cost a Mac 1, so we're gonna get this one in a rotation. We just got another facility besides this one. So 2 other facilities besides this one. My boy got one too, so that he's gonna be running our shit. So yeah, all this shit is being a big production in 2021 for sure. I'm happy for the bounce today because we lost 2 grow houses in 2020. So Just out of just out of shit that wasn't even like in our hands anymore. So we bounced back fast, but it's about just catching our footing right now and get it going for the next year.
Hell yeah. So what you like to eat when you smoke, man?
Well, shit, I like to support small businesses, so
So smacking out here in your city, you know what I mean?
I go to Rima. It's my boy I went to high school with. It's a Mediterranean place. It's like Pakistani like street food and stuff, and he makes his homemade bread. It's smacking. Labna, I think it's Lebna, if I'm saying it right. Shout out all my, I think it's Labna. Yeah, so you make a homemade bread with that, with a whole bunch of dips and stuff in it, and then Voodoo Love. If you go to Voodoo Love right now, you get the Chief and Plate named after my album I just dropped in 2020. So I fuck with them so tough. Like since we met, they've just been going crazy. So they named the BLT, the intro, after the intro on the Chiefin album. Then they called it Chiefin Plate, which was fried shrimp, fried catfish, and saucy fries and some veggies and shit. You go get it. I think it was the most expensive thing on their menu too.
Where's it at?
Voodoo Love at Brick and Mortar. It's the restaurant at Brick and Mortar. So if you've been to San Francisco and if you performed in San Francisco, most likely it was at Brick and Mortar or Rocker Room. But Brick and Mortar is the big one they got over there, and that's the home-based restaurant for the Brick and Mortar.
To get you that Chief and Plate, okay.
You feel me? Straight from the home. So spot like that, and Kaipo Kitchen out in San Mateo. Me and my boys eat there all the time. Kaipo Kitchen, they got the Lion King fries. That shit's smacking.
Lion King fries, what's on
there? You know
that?
what the Lion King roll is?
Yeah.
Like the sushi roll.
Yeah.
So we got the crab, got the fried salmon, and you can get the fried shrimp on there too, and they got the sauces.
Lion King fries. Ooh, that sounds smack.
I get the rice bowl. Because I'm loose like that, so I don't really fuck with the fries. But throw the rice bowl over there, it's smacking.
Yeah.
Hot shit.
Yeah,
don't have me at the house though. You got me at the house. I'm killing tubs of ice cream. I'm baking.
What's your favorite ice cream then?
Oh, nigga, I need some Haagen-Dazs. Haagen-Dazs on top, real. I'm real snobbish with this shit like my weed. Nigga, I need some Haagen-Dazs. Nigga, some coffee, regular coffee flavor.
Yeah, that's my favorite too. I love the coffee ice cream. I don't know why.
Easy. Yeah, straight up. And in San Francisco, if you go, if I'm in like, I'm out from North Beach or something, I'll go get some gelato, some halado.
Yeah.
Keep it fancy.
Yeah.
Baked cookies, soft baked cookies though. I don't need no fully baked cookies. I just need some half shit they say gonna make you sick. But I've been eating that shit for 30 years, nigga. I just bake my cookies for about 2 minutes and let me eat that shit with a spoon. I'm good.
Yeah.
Hot shit.
Now we have 3 people that you ain't smoked with yet, that you can smoke with, and show some of this lifted village. Who would it be?
Shit. Well, dead Bob Marley. I just want to smoke with Bob. R.I.P. Like Uncle Bob. That's everybody's uncle. Everybody grew up off that music and vibing to that shit high as fuck. So Bob off top. Burn right now just for once I get something that I think is well representative of our brand. Like once we get our stuff like down packed, I'd love to have to sit down and show them some of the shit we got
Burner
over here. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Hell yeah.
That's a big dog out here. Like, that's man dog. Like especially for being out here. I mean, even anywhere in the world, if you think of weed, I'm pretty sure
everybody's on cookies everywhere. It's like Polo, like I was telling everybody, like
everywhere. They in Spain, all types of shit. So
that'll be a dope collab.
Like you feel me?
Because
so
y'all sitting down sharing strains and shit.
Yeah, like just have to smoke some, him and Powers or something, you know what I mean, and get some feedback and see, how we doing in this game, coming from some legends, that'd be dope. And shit, I already smoked with Beeler before, so that was dope. Like that would be on the list. He got the Beeler's name, be legit named after him. Niggas was smoking swishers, that's all we was rolling was Beelers and Treelers,
Yeah.
So I blew one with him, that was dope. And he rode a Beeler with us, and he did that hit it for 5, hold it for 10 type shit. Like we did the whole experience with the big dog, so that was tight. And shit, and fucking tech, give me Riri, nigga. Give me
Rihanna?
Riri.
Yeah.
Time, nigga.
Show us some of this.
This weed is over. Like weed is an end for anybody. When you got somebody down like that like weed and you can lightweight show off. You know what I mean? To her, like we can't really show Rihanna nothing she ain't seen.
Yeah.
But some of this weed that you ain't
Some
seen.
exotic, different
weed.
flavors. Every jar tastes different.
Mean? Come on, blood. She gonna be like, who the fuck is you, nigga? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's good, man. That's my three. That's my three right there.
Bob Marley, Burner, and Rihanna. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's hard.
Off top. Anybody in the industry, you know, if I couldn't choose my dead homies, you know what I mean, or dead cousins or something that I ain't smoked with in a minute, but something like that. Those three. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I don't think nobody topping them three either, nigga.
So where do you see Lifty Village in 5 years?
5 years, shit. Definitely well expanded. Like that's all I can say. That's like my main business to happen. Like we've been expanded over this whole 2020, just serving more of the peninsula area, like with our delivery, you know, with the delivery. So serving the East Bay now, serving more of the peninsula down to San Mateo. We want to get to Redwood City. Eventually, want to get to LA. Eventually, want to get to Hawaii. You feel me?
Yeah. So right now, where can they tap in with you at?
Oh, Weed Maps. Go to Weed Maps. Go to Weed Maps. Search Lifted Village. All our sites will pop up.
Weed Maps and just type in Lifted Village.
That's it. Weed Maps. Go to get your Weed Maps app if you already got it. Type in Lifted Village, and we're gonna pop right up. Boop. Boom. And you're good. And you could order right there, and somebody gonna pull up on you. And it's easy like that. And that's for that, and then hopefully a club. Like I've been working since we ever had the delivery. Like the whole main vision is to have a club and a consumption lounge in San Francisco. So that's like my main focus and main goal and vision for Lifted Village, the cannabis brand right there. As far as LVE, Lifted Village, everything. Hopefully this shit. I ain't gonna say hopefully. I'm just gonna be more positive than that and say like COVID ain't gonna stop shit to going back to normal, so where artists themselves could go out to these cities and start meeting people, and artists could go back and start getting on the stage, because I think that's a real
shows is big.
Shows is big. That's a big money source.
Meet your fans.
Exactly.
They gonna love that shit.
Before COVID, when COVID was hitting, I was supposed to do South by Southwest.
Yeah.
Supposed to be South by Southwest performing. And still, I was rocking, holding out to last minute, and I think like 3 or 4 days before South by Southwest.
Then they canceled. I remember, because Nell was supposed to perform too. Yeah. It was his first time. We was all hyped up.
Lit.
Yeah.
Lit. I was like, ooh, this a break. I'm getting paid. I got my flight paid out there already. Got flight paid back, hotel paid for it, get paid to perform. I'm feeling like, oh yes, like we about to be out here. Got shirts ready to go, about to do the whole promotion thing, like really go hard at the first one. Canceled. So once this shit gets cleared up, that's the main goal, hitting the road. Like, because I ain't really traveled, to be honest. Like I ain't been out the city too much. I ain't been out the Bay too much. I've been to Hawaii a couple times. I've been to Vegas twice. Like shit, my whole world is built right here. Like trying to do this shit. So I was trying to expand. Like hitting my 30th birthday, I got my passport and shit, and was really trying to get out of here. I had shit booked to Italy. Italy was the first place that got boom town with the COVID. So I'm like, damn, like we can't even go to the museums if we going out there. So it ain't no point. So I just want shit to get back how it was and want to do. Like we're gonna be ready. Like so we're not waiting back and waiting for shit to happen. Like we getting everything ready. So when we able to move like we can and like we know we will, it should just gonna boom because we got shit in position already.
Stop. Let's get back to it. How has COVID affected everything business-wise?
Shit, at first it was popping. When people was getting their stimulus and shit, it was lit. Couldn't keep up. They had to hire more drivers and shit just to keep up with everything. And shit was popping. And then you could tell, like, after people stopped getting that influx of extra cash, it kind of just, you could tell people was like starting to feel the struggle of 2020 a little bit, and the struggle of not being able to work and provide like you used to. So people ain't really got too much to spend on weed. It is something that they deemed essential, and it is something that people want and need, but they're not spending like they was prior to 2020 or during the stimulus part of the COVID. But yeah, this shit is, I think it hit everybody. They say weed companies are doing better. I don't think they are. Nah, shit, ours isn't. You know what I mean? Ours isn't, and I don't see how it could be for anybody else for real. The only people I see getting money is the big corporations, for real. I mean,
they buying up land right now on the low up north.
You know what I mean? That's the only people I know is the Targets and the Walmarts.
Yeah.
That's getting money right now like that. So I'm just fortunate to be able to still be doing it, to still have my business, and I look forward to the future, man. And shout out to everybody that's lost their business or going through it right now, man. Just hold in, and I know that shit hard, but it'll come through.
Hell yeah. Man, we was talking earlier about the sessions, man.
Man, when it was lit. This shit died down now. This shit is more for, I went to one the other day and I told my boy who still work out there, who worked the sessions in the booths, and I was like, bro, this shit is more for the customer now than anybody. It's always for the customer, right?
Yeah.
Customer always right, but now it's like more convenient and more of a joke for them to come out and get their shit done for the vendor. Like, you barely making anything at these sessions because the attendance is so low. We was doing sessions. We started when it was little bit, like when it was little, barely 100 people, maybe 50 people come through, sometimes 20 people.
Yeah, I remember going to the Treasure Island ones and shit. They was giving out little gift bags and fucking.
Yeah, we been through a lot of stuff. We got everywhere that set up. We got kicked out of places. We've been through hella places. The biggest one was Cloud Sesh. They ended up getting on Viceland and shit. And that's a big part of the culture. That's how a lot of people made their brands, and it came up because there was so many people coming through there, and it was literally like a run. We was doing a sesh tour every week, like Monday through Saturday was a session, and sometimes Sundays. Eventually, we had our own session on Wednesdays. The way at Wednesdays, man, should go down in infamy. We was the sickest session in San Francisco for sure. Anybody that went to that motherfucker, they know what was the deal. It was upscale, and you get the best dope. And we had niggas that wasn't popping up at any other sessions come pop up on our shit, like Dub's Garden, a few other cats that came through. And so it was dope. That shit, that was like a whole phase of Liquid Village for real, because that's where we built like our reputation and our name, because people would know to come to our booth to get the dope. Like, you want the dope, go to Liquid Village. People would come there all the time. They told us to come find the ooses, the tall ooses with the hair and shit. I'm like, you know what the fuck going on right now, yeah. So come through, get the dope from Liquid Village, and we've just carried that reputation and made it part of us and what we believe in. You know, just keep it dope and keep everything we do quality over quantity. You know, yeah, Sessions was lit though.
Right. All the time, but we out we rep the West, COAS, no other place I'd rather be. Now nigga, listen to this beat. Turn it on the heat wave in my new ride cat. Rep all the time, but we out we rep the West, COAS, no other place I'd rather be. Now nigga, listen to this beat.
How'd you start smoking? How old was you?
I started smoking, bro. So I started smoking when I was like 5 years old. We was living in Potrero Hill. Started smoking when I was like 5 years old. My mom had me when she was like 15, so I was young as hell. Or she was young as hell. She was like, she had people like in the house and shit. And good all day. She had people in the house and shit. And one of the homies, Winks, my godmom cousin, my homie Winks, like he was a young nigga too, probably younger than my mom, probably teenager, 16, 17, just chilling at the house or whatever. And I remember he made me hit the blunt in front of the kitchen, like my mom cooking. He like, this shit, right? Hit this shit, forced me to hit this shit. I hit that shit, like, okay, pass it, right? And then we get upstairs. I just remember going upstairs, and then he like, hit this shit again. I'm like, I'm cool, I don't want to hit this shit. So you don't hit this shit, I'm gonna tell your mom you hit this shit downstairs. He said, I'm gonna tell your mom you hit this shit downstairs if you don't hit this blunt again. I was like, oh, I hit this shit. All I remember is being in the room having a straight cartoon dreams, like a comic strip, bro. I don't remember exactly what it was about in the details, but that's all I remember, bro. So I started smoking super young, you feel me? And then that was the first time I ever smoked, and like the first time I ever went and like bought some weed for myself was like the same time I started selling weed. I went and bought like a sip off my cousin Sam.
What strain was it?
I can't even remember, bro. I don't even know. It was dope though. My cousin Sam, she picked me up. I thought she was the biggest dope dealer ever. She picked me up at I forgot where she picked me up. She picked me. I was in Daly City. She picked me up by like Westlake Village or something. and my boys was playing basketball at War Memorial. So we was gonna go to War Memorial and play basketball. I was like 10 years old. And then she just riding on the way till she give me a ride to War Memorial. And she just weighing the zip out while she driving and shit. I'm like, oh, she's sick as fuck. Feel me, throw me the zip. I get to my homies, sell them their shit. We all roll up. We started, that was the first time we all smoked. Me, my nigga Cameron, RP, he died in a car crash. And my nigga Shookery, my nigga Shookery. I don't know what happened to Shookery. I lost contact with him after like middle school or something. But that was tight. I knew from that day I can't play high. Like some niggas would get high. It's like basketball. I can't play high, bro. I was ass that day, and I used to think I was a baller, bro. I used to just do nothing but play basketball, football, and I was ass. I was like, oh, I ain't doing this shit like this. I'm smoking only when I get to the house. So that was the first time I really started smoking. And like heavy, definitely high school, super heavy, like every day type shit, freshman, and then just went on from there.
What's the first strain you can remember smoking heavy then?
Art, GDP, remember? Yeah. Like, that's the first shit. I'm like, okay. I remember Cat Piss too. I remember when Cat Piss was still heavy. Herb OG, that was the shit. Like I always kept some good OG or some good prep, and that was the shit for sure.
Yeah, what's the weed game like out here in San Francisco, man? I feel like y'all got the illest.
The what?
Illest weed, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, man, the Bay period, but San Francisco for sure, especially with the Cookies brand. Like the Cookies brand came through and like set shit on fire. Now you got Shabinsky too, who've been doing this, Turtle Pie Company, who've been doing this. Us, nigga, we getting into this shit. You know, they gonna be speaking on us like they speaking on Cookies brand. You feel me? So yeah, I think a lot of games come from here. They come from Oakland too. Oakland is like accessible to grow weed, bro. Like, it's accessible to have spots. There's a lot of industrial areas out there. There's a lot of places like that's uncontrolled a lot, so people do it. I know Richmond got a lot of spots like that too. So I think wherever it's like easy for people to go ahead and do it, and where they've been doing it, I think that's where the most game gonna cultivate, because I mean it's all trial and error. So the more you're able to try, the more you're able to accomplish.
Yeah. So you say you're 30 right now, so you've been smoking for 25 years then.
25. Like first time, though, 25 years. I always say dub because 10 was when I really, but 5 years, I just tripped. 25 years. Yeah. I've been having some THC in my lungs.
Yeah, that's the name. So, the Lifted Village delivery, what they can reach you at on Weed Maps, right? What's the area it covers?
We cover from Oakland, Berkeley, Emeryville, San Francisco, all the way down to San Mateo.
Okay.
Every city in between on the peninsula.
Yeah, make sure. So you out here.
Yeah.
You need some trees. Get to Weed Maps, look up Lifted Village, and you covered. Somebody sliding.
And we got the best prices in California. We always knock it down $5, $10 cheaper than you're going to get it at Connected. $5 cheaper than you're going to get it at the Cookies Club. And we carry the same shit, so let me come fuck with us.
Hell yeah. So how does the weed and the music go hand in hand with you?
They go hand in hand. Now it just be with like in the world. I don't know, you know what I mean?
Universal.
It's universal. Weed is universal, bro. Weed just, it's collaborative. Weed is, it's inviting, you know what I mean? Like it's social. Even though I like to do it a lot, I smoke most of my weed by myself for sure. But it's social, bro. Like, especially if you smoke the right shit, like you passing the blunt, the whole shit, you talk about the weed, like it brings people together. So when it comes to music, like people like to get in their zone all the time, whether it's drinking or whatever they're doing. But most of the time I've experienced is people want to smoke something, people want to put something in the air and start catching the vibe. So, and then it gets you access, especially if you got the dope. I mean, it gets you access to spots that you couldn't get to if you was just rapping. Like a million niggas is rapping right now. Shit, just be one of them million niggas that got some dope ass weed, and you might get into a door that another nigga won't, you know? So it go hand in hand for sure. It help a lot too.
Hell yeah. So man, let's go into the music, man. So how'd you get into music?
Shit, I got into music. First time I ever wrote something, I thought I could even start writing. My pops dropped Keep Your Eyes on the Prize, Showtime Records in '98. So, you know, I was 8 years old listening to Oops's rap with the most famous and best rappers in the whole Bay Area, even from New York, you know. even from LA, there was Snoop Dogg, Mac Dre on the album, Too Short, Andre Nicotina, and then he brought together a whole bunch of Richie. Rich was on the album, can't forget, because that night shit go crazy.
What's the album called? Tell me.
Keep Your Eyes on the Prize.
Keep Your Eyes on the Prize.
Dropped in 98. You can check that motherfucker out. It's on YouTube, some of it. We're going to re-drop it, the 25th anniversary coming up, so we'll re-drop it soon. But yeah, that's how I got into music, just by being around it. That shit was big, like in the city, in the Bay, and especially in my family, being that like my pops put it out, like all my family was proud as fuck as this shit. You know, we had this shit. I remember the stickers were slapped in my grandma's Suburban, like on the windows and shit. Like
so it was on there forever.
Yeah, it was on there. You had to peel that bitch off because there wasn't no decal or nothing like they got now. So that shit was just all around. So that's how I got into it. And then my brother Og and the whole 413 clique, man, shout out to the Ghetto, RP the Ghetto. They the ones who really like indoctrinated me into this shit for real, because just being able to have somewhere to go, they always had someone a beat for me to get on first of all from OBDs. Shout out to OBDs, you know, one of the six producers. And Lex always had a spot for us to go to together. Lex, he always had a spot for us to go record, so it's like, you know, I always had somewhere to go express myself and practice, and that's the main thing, because without that practice, like every day I'm dropping hundreds of songs, unreleased songs and shit by myself, like I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. I wouldn't be at the level I'm at right now. And so, because I listened to this shit back then, I'm like, this shit is trash. So I wasn't just a natural at this shit. I had to like get into it and figure out how to write a bar and figure out how to write a beat and when should I change the rhyming process and a whole bunch of shit that didn't come natural to me. So I just had to work on that shit, and then the critical years of them giving me the opportunity like built me up. So shout out to the whole 413 so much for real.
First reps.
8.
Damn, okay.
Yeah, right when I heard Keep Your Eyes on the Prize, wrote it on an envelope and went and spit it to my aunties upstairs.
Yeah, that's it.
I remember.
Yeah. Where'd you record your first reps?
Damn, definitely with my brother Og. I can't remember exactly. It might have been at Lex's house in Hayward. Like he had an apartment and it was in the garage, and that might have been the first place I recorded at. Yeah, I can't really remember, but I know it was probably with them for sure.
How you like to vibe out when you record?
When I record, I like to have the shit already ready for me, already written. Like I like to go to the studio already prepared.
So you write it on your own time,
Smoking, blowing at the house, or whenever I catch something, or if I'm driving, I catch a lot of shit. Like a lot of my dopest shit I catch while I'm driving, and I just throw the beat on and then just record it on my phone or something while I'm dipping, and I'll be catching a vibe like that. And when I get to the studio, I just need 1 or 2 blunts to get my voice, you know, where I like it, you know what I mean? Get my tone where I like it, get my pace where I like it at, and then shit, I'm in the booth getting it done. I'm efficient when I get in there. I like to be efficient, you know what I mean? No waste of time. We go in there and knock 10 songs out easy.
Just have it ready. Yeah, just knock that one after another.
Easy, just keep it going. Let me get a water, roll another blunt, like another blunt, let's get it going. So. Yeah, it's really about work when I get in the studio.
Hell yeah. So what's your first album?
My first album was, I just posted it because it was 10 years ago. It was 10 years ago? It was 10 years ago. I just posted it. It's Michael Myers, the mixtape.
Okay, Michael Myers, the mixtape.
Double M, the mixtape.
So where they gonna find that at?
I was killing you. You can't find that shit nowhere.
You had to hear it back then and know you back then.
Yeah, you might, because it was Lifted Visions. It used to be Lifted Visions. My boy started Lifted Visions Productions, and he had a website and it was posted on there. So that website it ain't up no more. So it was on there. You might be able to find 1 or 2 songs on YouTube or something.
Yeah.
And then, but that's it.
It was on the Quad High too back then. Okay. Yeah. Hey, y'all look that up, man. We need to find that.
I know there's at least one.
Put the link in the comments. You know what I mean? Find that thing.
You know, when I was cool, you feel me, coming up. Yeah, this shit was tough.
So what was after that? Make some what project was after that too? What you got lately?
Shit.
Just so they could be up to every day.
You go, if y'all still fuck with Dat Piff, search Quad High on Dat Piff. I know I got like 3 on there. The Deep End, Creative Solutions, Double Homicide with C-Mac, and are we back home?
Where was we at?
We just got done with the music.
So what's the next album then?
Next album is Sign Myself.
Sign Myself.
Sign Myself. So I thought I had it done, and I took some more songs off that I didn't make the final cut. So I'm down to about 6 or 7 tracks that I really like, and I think it's solid. So I'm gonna add to it. I'm gonna keep it going and build it up, and then touch the ones that I have already. Probably drop DH3 before, which is Double Homicide 3. Me and C-Mac collaborative album. Probably drop that before. Just for the wait, you know, kind of sorry for the wait type shit before Sign Myself come out. Sign Myself was supposed to come out in November, but you know, I just
so Double Homicide 3.
Yeah, that'll be the one we come out. Me and C-Mac.
So where's Asshole from?
Asshole just originates just from like.
How'd that come about?
Well, it came about from the song, and we just wanted a creative way to promote the song. So just think outside the box a little bit. Instead of using just like a regular cutaway of the video or something like that, you know, actually get into the whole asshole theme of it. The song came about just one day. Actually, we was going to the studio, and it was studio day, and that morning C-Mac sent me the beat. He sent me the beat, and I heard it, and I'm like, oh, hold on, I ain't gonna have fun. I caught it instantly, and I was like, asshole, it's easy, and both of us can run with that. Me and bro can run with that. So, that's damn near a daily basis for me. You know, somebody saying you asshole or something. Now it's nonstop. Like they see that shit and they like, this asshole. Like I always knew there was something about you. I was like, yeah, nigga, I don't give a fuck. We gonna run with it. So the asshole thing, I think it's just dope, and I think everybody can relate to it. So we just gonna keep running with it. We got some more shit coming too.
Yeah, and make sure you tap in with that, man. Where can they find that at?
Shit, YouTube. YouTube.
On your channel?
Search Quad. I ain't got a channel yet. I'm gonna drop one soon, but just I think it's on the asshole on Westbound, right?
Yeah, Westbound. ENT.
Westbound.
Yeah.
Check
Tap in.
Yeah, asshole. Quad High, asshole. It's on streaming too. It's streaming too. You know what I mean? iTunes, Spotify, Tidal.
Yeah. Tell me about the Pimps and Players.
Pimps and Players, that was a remake like we was just talking about, Keep Your Eyes on the Prize, my pops. So this was a remake of probably my favorite song off of there, the Pimps and Players, and Goto's actually approached me with the remake beat. He's like, I got the beat remade, all you gotta do is just put it together. So shit, we put it together. So everybody, I'm happy that everybody was alive to do this shit, you know, besides my pops, R.I.P. But like my uncle Wes, who sung the hook, Cuzzo Boogs, who on the verse, you know,
okay, so you had them right back on it.
Right back, same people. Yeah, same people. The hook exactly the same. He just caught a little riff at the end, and I think like killed it and brought it to the new vibe. And then Quinn was on the original. Shout out to Quinn, he killed it. That's like I think that's Quinn's hardest verse.
Yeah.
For us, we look up Eyes on the Prize, Pimps and Players, the original version with Quinn on it. That's one of Quinn's hardest verse. So I wanted to be on this one off top, so I just ended up taking the first verse and then kept everybody else that was originally on it, and we just came back with it. The video came out dope, and I think we did it properly.
Yeah, I seen that video. That shit was going crazy. How'd that video come about too, man?
The video was tight, so shout out to the Uso Car Club. We got the whole Uso Car Club out there to come show out, because my pops was a part of the Uso Car Club, and if you look on the back of the original album, album that was out, they got the Uso plaque on there. So we just wanted to keep it like as original as we could, like so, and bring as many aspects as from the original back to this one, you know. So bringing them into the fold was a big part of it, and they showed out and told me, you know, next time it can be even bigger. So we got some other shit working with them for sure, and Shit, who else? Shit, we almost, and then we had to get that bridge shot. My Uncle Wes was on there in the hook and he catted on the day, right? We catted on the day we were supposed to shoot. Never answered his phone for weeks and weeks straight. I'm like, fuck it, we gotta shoot it without him. And then I hit him again and he was like, sorry, Neff, my phone was off, all types of shit. I was like, oh, we gotta get another shot. So we went and got the bridge shot that you see in there. Go search Quad High Pimps and Players on YouTube. You see in there. And the bridge shot we got with my uncle, that shit is raw. We was right on the edge. Everybody risked their damn lives for that shot. Shout out to everybody that came through. We was on 2 inches of life support. Boy, we had about this much. Had a merry-go-round around the fence looking down like, no. So, but the shot was worth it and it came out dope. So check it out.
Yeah, so you started shooting in Sacramento.
Yeah, we
and
started.
came back to your city. Yeah, because I was there for some of it. And there was hella car clubs out there. It was lit.
Man, shout out to Frisco's Finest. Finest, they throw already. It was just good timing. I didn't plan it like this. Like we was gonna do our own cruise from Sac all the way to the city, and then Play. Shout out to Play from Frisco's Finest. He hit me. He was like, man, just come join our shit. It's gonna be big. Like it'd be dope if you just come through and just put it all together. So we came through and it was dumbass turnout. So that shit came out better than I even planned it. Because we planned it to be raw, but I didn't plan for it to be on that day that they already throw their annual ride on. So
yeah,
it came together perfect.
Hey, search that video up, man. Quad High, Pimps and Players.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. So that's the next 2 projects you got coming. DH3.
DH3.
Sign Myself.
Sign Myself.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Shit. In music?
Yeah.
Hopefully traveling the world, getting paid to perform my music, you know? That's my goal. That's my goal for sure. I just want to see the world on the back of this music shit.
Yeah.
You know, on the back of something that I love, you know, whether it be this cannabis shit, whether it be like this fashion shit, we got the merchandise coming, or whether it be this music shit.
The merchandise, yeah, what you got coming? Is that something?
Nah, this is a special edition, long live Getta hoodies we did as kind of like a fundraiser for the funeral service and stuff. So yeah, there's not too many of these made.
Yeah.
So we'll keep these out. And then, but when you go back and watch the pilot episode, or you watch the Pimps and Players video, you'll see everybody wearing either the Lifted Village, the LVE shirt, or I'm wearing the LVE hoodie. And we're gonna keep it coming. And next year we'll have a different design every month. So every month we'll be dropping a new design where you can pre-order, and we'll get it out to you. We'll get it out to you before the end of the month, and the new design that comes out on the following month. So we're about to keep the merchandise going. Like fashion always been a thing. I used to have books of like of outfits drawn up in just like sketchbooks that I wanted to create. You know, so this always. Everything that I'm doing now is I'm just trying to incorporate my childhood passions and what I know I really love to do and what's like at my base, my roots. And I'm just trying to get paid off for everything that I think I got talent in, or I can work hard at it and have no problem working hard at it, you know. Big Smokey. So what's up? I heard niggas is rolling weed on this show or something. Y'all got to roll weed segment. Come on, man, it's good. Ain't nobody stuffed this blunt like me. Roll a blunt better than bitches in Havana. Come on, man. Let me see this shit like motherfucking Uncle Elroy around this motherfucker where I roll these Cubanos, man.
Let me try to see, man, how you roll it, what you like to do, you know what I mean? So how you like to smoke?
I like to smoke flower, preferably. I will lace my flower with some wax. I might bring some. Let me get some syrup to lay on my shit to show y'all how we get waxy in this motherfucker. And then I like strong, potent flower wrapped in a well moistened Cuban cigar or Dominican Republic cigar. You know, like the backwood or grab a leaf or something like that. So that's my preference of smoking. I don't do the dabbing and shit. I can't fuck with that. I see you got your rig. That's what you be fucking with, the puff cup?
Yeah, I be dabbing. Yeah, this is the Carter and shit. But so when you started smoking, what'd you smoke with? It was a joint, a blunt?
Blunt, swisher.
Yeah,
swisher. And then the first blunt I ever rolled by myself was a paper.
Okay.
Yeah. But I used to steal swishers from my step pops. I used to steal swishers from my step pops. Top drawer, baby. I'm in that motherfucker all day. Tone, shout out to you.
And then now, what you like to smoke perfectly?
Backwoods.
Okay.
Yeah, backwoods. I like to offset it with the grab leaf now and then. I like to offset it with some raw. I even do the vibes sometimes. I never bought a pack of vibes yet, but my boys be having them and they cool. Yeah, I fuck with the vibes too.
Yeah, hell yeah, we want to see how you roll right now, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Bro, let me use your trade real quick.
We gonna get this nigga a real shit, real cameo in this thing. You got another tray? You want to
This
use
is a cameo. I got
I'm
some.
gonna roll it. Yeah, I got a little one.
Oh, okay, we're gonna run the fresh popcorn
You
here.
gotta pay for this, so he gets a real product placement. And shit.
Oh yeah, okay.
If this was your tray, I'll put it in there. But I don't fuck with dude like that too much. So I don't want to. You know what I mean? Like that's my.
What we rolling up right there?
We're rolling up the paydays. So this was
Payday.
the paydays, baby. Dosey Do cross with Mendo Breath. Cross with Gelato 41. Macho. So
Payday.
yeah, so how
Like
breaking this original backwood down. Usually San Francisco doesn't allow the sweep. So unless I get it from the town or I go to my my player partner who got them under the counter, you know, I gotta rock with the originals. But I usually got the sweet aromatics with the originals. So we busting it down. I don't like to smoke all this extra wood right here for real. I ain't gonna lie. And I could fit the whole eighth in it while doing this, so I don't feel like I'm skipping nobody. I'd rather smoke my weed than tobacco, to be honest. Little stem, if you got a little stem, bite that motherfucker down a little bit so when you're rolling it, you know. Bow, bow, boom. And it's stuffy, like it's turkey day. All the way. All the way. The whole eighth.
Lifted, village, everything.
It ain't nothing but the stems left, the whole eighth. Boom. So you gotta get that compact, make sure it smoke evenly. Make sure it smoke evenly. Gotta compact it, compress it. Whoop. 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 Don't spill it, nuglet, because if it came from us, it was expensive. Ooh. Oh, there you go. And we're just gonna tuck it all the way down before we tuck and roll. Better than them bitches in Havana. Type that. Type that. Type that. Get that fold. See, y'all be forgetting that fold right there. You gotta finesse him so it roll right.
Okay, you see that?
Shit.
lit.
Where they gonna get the merch at?
Shit, you can find me on like Insta.
Phone is for you, bro.
Yeah, bro, shit can't wait.
It's the doctor, bro. It's serious. You don't want to hear that.
Hello? Yeah. Oh, damn. All right, right off. You know, I got some business to handle now. Wow.
Yeah. Help me out, man. Smoke sessions. You know what it is. Let's go.